month we call Black History. We need to thank God that He has already saw us through on today. Amen. We are thankful for the blessings that God has given us as we have gone through this month of reflection and time to think about where God has brought us from. Or He has brought us from a long way. Ain't God all right? All right. I know that's wrong to say, but I'm just sorry. It's just my dialect. Ain't God all right? He's all right. He's all right, y'all. I know it said, isn't He all right? That sounds pretty good, but ain't just a little bit more emphasis on it. He's just good, y'all. Good. And He's worthy of the praise. Amen. Matthew chapter 7, verse number 13. Matthew chapter 7, verse number 13. If you haven't, say amen. Amen. Need more time to say amen. Matthew chapter 7. Verse 13 reads like this. Enter ye in at the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because strait is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Amen. 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 The reading of God spoken word. Verses, you may be seated. Amen. These precious minutes we have tried some days, some Sundays, I ain't gonna lie. I'll tell you every Sunday, but some Sundays I try to hold on to it the whole time. Because we have such a good time when we come together. Amen. And just to see all of you, the bulk of everybody here, it just overflows with joy. Just to see us in here together. Amen. Amen. Not a sad occasion. Amen. It's just a regular old worship day in the Lord. Amen. Amen. And God has been good. And God is good to all of us. Amen. Amen. You can't hog that phrase. You got to share it with everybody else because He's just good to all of us. Matthew chapter 7 is very interesting. It's the culmination or the concluding of Jesus' sermon on the Mount. In chapter 7, you notice He started getting a little personal. He tells us that we shouldn't be judging one another. All right. How that we got to be careful how we judge one another. Yes, sir. That old saying comes back. While you pointing your finger at me, there are three more. Yes, sir. Pointing back at you. So that reminds us that nobody in here is able to judge one another. All right, amen. That God is the only judge. Amen. Amen. And He talks about how that we ought to give and be not hypocrites in being a part of our giving. And that also that in the process, He tells us about prayer. Ask and it shall be given. Isn't it good to know that you can ask God? Y'all found it out in Sunday school this morning that when you call Him, He what? He shall deliver. And He shall be a part of your world. Amen. Then He goes on to talk about that whatsoever you should do, that men should do to you. He goes over that old formal law, that law that everybody talks about, that you do unto others as you have them to do unto you. But then it's almost like the black preacher. He says, now, as I come to a close, I want to close this with this challenge. He says, now unto us, there is a choice that all of us have to make. So today I want to talk about the choice is yours. After the end of hearing of the sermon, you got to make a choice. He says to them, enter into the straight gate. For broad is the way. And you'll find out not only is it broad, but there's a lot of folks there running around too.
Yeah.
On the broad way. But he comes to us and reminds us that we should be entering in one kind of way.
All right.
It's interesting. It's almost like he says that after you have heard this great sermonic presentation, he did challenge them to make a decision.
Yeah.
Everybody in here has a decision you have to make. And one thing I like about that decision is yours.
You're right.
You can blame somebody else. You can blame the devil. You can blame your cousin. But the decision is really all yours.
Yeah.
When I look at it and I be real with myself, I got a little amen from Brother James back there. That when I do wrong, I make that decision.
When
I did right, I made that decision.
Right.
Because the choice is mine.
Right.
Have I got a witness here? See, and what I like about God, I heard an interesting statement this week as I was riding to work, listening to the radio, and they was talking about that when you look at the Bible, when you read the Bible, is it spending majority of this time telling you what God has done or what you should be doing? And I pondered that, D-Ray. I thought about that. I said, when you look at the Bible spends the majority of its time telling us what God has done for us.
Yeah, you're right.
And then he spends very little bit of the time telling us what we should be doing for God. Why? Because I've learned now, since the choice is ours, God has given us enough information and enough background for us to choose God by ourselves. God doesn't want robots. God doesn't want to make you serve him. God wants you to choose to serve him. Ain't God all right?
Yeah.
That's why tithe is a choice.
Yeah.
That's why joining the church is a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice that you have to make. Ain't God all right?
Yeah.
Because some of us know I ride down by churches all the time coming down here to bring one, but I made a choice a long time ago to come back to New Hope Baptist Church. It was my choice. Ain't God all right? So, but look at that. So he said, here's the choice. We all got to enter into a pathway. But that pathway is up to you. So he talks about life has two types of pathway.
Okay.
One that he calls a straight, and one that he calls wide or broad.
Yeah.
Have I got a witness here?
Yeah.
And then I started looking at myself, and I got to think. I said, I wonder which one am I on? I think that I'm on the straight way.
Yeah.
But there are times I've seen myself on the broad way.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I ain't talking about a Broadway show either. Amen. Ain't God all right?
Yeah.
Now take a look. Let us look. He says, enter ye in the straight gate. It's even though it's a choice, he gives, when you look at this word, enter in at the straight gate, it's in the imperative mode, which means he gives a command. That what he said, Adam, there's two ways to come to Bremont. I can come down I-45 or I can come down I-35.
You're right.
Hey, but the choice is what?
Mine.
Yours. But I would recommend to you, Trish, if I was you.
Yeah.
That's what I would tell you. If I was you,
Yeah.
I would come down 45 to 14.
All right.
Even though I know the choice is yours, I'm going to give you what? A recommendation. Look at the recommendation that Jesus gives to the crowd. He said, even though there's two ways or two pathways to go, I strongly recommend that you come in at the straight gate.
Yeah, I can see that.
Have I got a witness here?
Man,
So, and Jesus said to us that I need you to understand that that you need to come the straight gate. When you look at the straight gate versus the broad gate, the straight gate is more difficult than the broad. So why would he push us to go the hard way? Have I got a witness here?
Yeah.
Y'all sure got quiet over there. Thank you.
Help me.
You know, because, have you ever gotten direction from somebody and said, man, why did you send me the long way? And then when you talk to them later, they'll tell you because when you go that other way, it may be shorter, but it got more curves.
Yeah.
Got more deers that run across the road.
Yeah.
But because he took the long way, it was the what? Safe way. Ain't God all right?
Yes, sir.
Maybe Jesus is sharing it, or maybe he's sharing just my little imagination, my little thought process that he gave me. And maybe he suggested to us, it may look hard to us,
Yeah.
but it's the safe way.
Yes, sir.
Ain't God all right?
Oh, yeah.
So then let's take a look. So let's look at the two different ways. He tells us first that you can come the broad way or the wide is the gate. What's interesting, when I look at the entrance of the broad gate, he suggests to us it's a wide opening.
All right.
And it's interesting is that you can't miss this gate because it's wide. Have I got a witness in it? Say what?
Participate in the crowd.
Anyway, Tracy just goes, I'll wait till he got preach. I'm going to help him out next time too. It's because he said I'm anticipating what? The crowd. But what I found out about this wide gate, Adam, he did it real, that you can get a lot of people when you try to get them to go in this particular pathway.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Because wide is the what? Gate.
Yeah.
So that's why temptation pushes us to the wide gate.
Yeah.
Because they can get us a lot of folks to come that way.
That way.
Have I got a witness here?
Yeah.
That's why it's easy to do wrong in this world, because people, now what used to be wrong looking right.
Yeah.
Have I got a witness
Yes,
here?
sir.
Can I deviate and mellow just a little bit? I don't want to know too much. It used to be wrong to cuss your mama out.
Yeah.
But they don't care now. They cuss you out now.
Yeah.
Have I got a witness here?
Yeah.
Unless you got one of them good old parents now. They ain't going to take that. Amen. If you try to be their friend, they'll turn around and cuss you out.
Yeah.
That kind of feedback I like. Thank you. They'll knock you out. But it's all in the what? Wide gate. Now, he doesn't stop right there with the wide gate. He said, broad is the way. So the gate is wide. The entrance is wide open. So you can see it. A lot of folks can follow through. He said, but when you get there, you'll notice what he says about that. He said, with that wide gate, broad is the way.
Yeah.
He said, so when you get through the door, you'll notice that it's broad. It's like the expressway. They flying 4 lanes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Hey, come on, y'all. Come on, drivers. Hey, I love them expressway.
Yeah.
You know, because see, when I come, see, Brevard used to be 2-lane highway.
Yeah.
One going one way, one going the other way. If you got behind one of them older people in the morning with that truck, they be just poking along.
Yeah.
Traffic get bagged up, you get upset about that.
Yeah.
But on the expressway,
Yeah.
you might be in the middle lane, but I can get to the far right lane.
Yeah.
Or I can cut back to the left lane. I can cut back. Because, see, when you're on the Broadway, you can change lanes whenever you get ready to. Oh, somebody caught that already. That's why we like going to Broadway. I can change lanes.
Yeah.
I can be one way at the church house. I can be another way at the school. I can be a different way when I go to the grocery store because I'm on the Broadway.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
I change lanes. When I get ready, I learned something else out about that experience. I also can speed when I want to.
Yeah.
Because see, you understand when you come on the expressway, you expect it to run fast.
Yeah.
Because most times the expressway speed is higher than the in-town speed.
Yeah.
So I ain't got to go 45. When I go through a bypass, I get on 288, it says 75 cents. But when I found out about the Broadway, the expressway, that I found out in Houston, D-Ray, so I want to fly in that fast lane, I got to pay a price. That's what they didn't tell me. See, Grandma, I'm glad I had a grandmother who was like she was, because Grandma said you need to come in at a certain hour.
Yeah.
And every now and then, Sister Lamb, I bumped into one of my old former students, and they always said these words, you still look the same.
Yeah.
And I always tell them, Crystal, the reason why I look the same is I go to bed early at night. I ain't drinking no hard liquor, smoking no dope. I told you, if you come in early, and if you do right by your body, it won't make that drastic change. But some of them look older than I am when I know I'm older than they are.
Yeah.
Wrong lady. Fascinating. It's speed like I want to speed. That here I can do what I want. I'm grown, man.
Yeah.
Got my own place, got me a job. I tell people I don't need to call you now. Pay my own bill.
Yeah.
But there's a fee that comes with that. Because D-Ray tell you when you start getting on your own, you got to pay the light bill, the water bill, the insurance. Ain't God all right?
Yeah.
There's a fee on the Broadway. But then, notice what it says. Look what it leads to. He said, even though I'm out there on the Broadway, I'm out there on the expressway, but it leads to destruction. What you mean, Pastor? You're going to have a wreck Eventually.
Eventually.
On the Broadway.
That's right. Yeah.
And then what gets your head down, not only does it lead to destruction, but the Bible says many are out there. Have I got a witness here? Boy, that's why sin looks so good. I tell off on myself. Because everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
You be like, man, preacher doing it, deacon doing it, missionary doing it, so I can do it too.
Yeah.
Because it looks like there's a lot of folks out there having fun on the Broadway.
Yeah.
But he reminds us, it's in destruction.
Yeah.
But then Jesus comes back and he goes back to his recommendation. He says to us, because straight is the gate. Now what's interesting to me about the straight is the gate, it's not a wide gate, but it's a narrow gate.
Now.
It gives the picture of a door inside of a gate.
All right.
So instead of both doors being wide open, there's only one opening. So you can't slip in on the right or slip in on the left. You gotta be in line. Oh, somebody didn't get that. You gotta what? You gotta be following the right person.
Yeah.
In order to get into this straight gate.
Yeah.
And the right person is called Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Ain't God all right?
Yeah.
And what gets it, the hold up on the straight gate is because the opening is small. And because the opening is small, there's a backup.
Yeah.
Can I go back to my driving illustration? There are times I be driving, and I be wondering, I call it, I say, Adam, why 35 all backed up? Just backed up. Then we get to where the place where the backup was nothing going on. And what really gets me, y'all, I look on the side, there's a policeman on the side, not on the freeway, on the side, who done pull somebody over, and everybody just stops. It's almost like they want to see who he pulled over. Ain't God all right?
All right.
He says to us that it is a narrow opening to remind us you ain't going to find a lot of folks congregating around the church.
All right.
Nor will you find a lot of folks want to hear your story.
Yeah.
But he says, stay in the gate anyhow.
Yes, sir.
It's almost like being in a Walmart line when they only got 3 cashiers open.
Yeah.
And you only got 1 or 2 items in your hand.
Yeah.
And you're saying, why don't they open up 7, 8, 9, and 10, but they only keep 3 opening?
Yeah.
But D-Ray, I stay in line anyhow.
Yeah.
Because, I want to hear these words. Next in line. I don't know about y'all, but ain't God all right?
Yeah.
That we may be in a straight gate.
Yeah.
It may be a narrow opening.
Yeah.
It may look like God takes a long time to come to my rescue.
Yeah.
Like God takes a long time to answer my prayer.
Yeah.
Look like it takes a long time for me to start acting right. But I'm going to stay in line. Because one of these days, he going to call my name.
Yeah.
Ain't God all right?
Yeah.
My blessing is on the way.
Yeah.
My breakthrough is on the way.
Yeah.
But you got to be in line.
Yeah. All right.
You ain't going to find me out there on that Broadway like you're just skipping lines. So I stay in this narrow gate. The narrow opening. So I can stay in line. But notice what he said. Narrow is the way.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Lord. I want to really say use all of you in the pulpit.
Yeah.
Since I'm a traveling pastor, I got a lot of illustration about driving.
All right.
On 45, they cut 3 lanes down to 1. Lord, no, I'll be fussing. Man, I can't speed. Because even if I try to speed, I know that it ain't safe to drive fast in a narrow lane.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna catch it on your way home.
Yeah.
You can't live any kind of way on the narrow lane.
Yeah.
He says that narrow is the way. But what I learned, Big Money, when I drive in that narrow path, it makes me pay attention.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Because in order to get my exit, I got to keep my eyes on the road.
Right about that.
Anybody here know God been good to you?
Yeah.
Anybody here know your exit might be coming up down the way?
Yeah.
But you got to keep your eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
You got to know one of these days,
Yeah.
God will call your name.
Yeah.
So I got to be ready and be in my place. But see, I heard Adam say today at Sunday school that waiting is a difficult. Sister Greg, amen, and say, you're right, Pastor. The problem is waiting.
Uh-huh.
Because on Sunday morning, when the traffic not slow, I'm moving down here.
Yeah.
I'm saying I can make Sunday school on time.
Yeah.
But when the traffic gets slow, I get upset.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to rush God.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to my destination.
Oh.
But what I learned, Joanna, if I'd have left home earlier,
Yeah.
the traffic wouldn't have bothered me.
Yeah.
But because I left home late,
Yeah.
I want the traffic to hurry up and get in process.
Yeah.
Ain't God all right?
Yeah.
But I'm so glad in God's narrow way.
Yeah.
Whether you start early or start late,
Yeah.
God will show up on time. Grandma said he may not come when you want him, but won't he come on time? Ain't he all right? I thank God. I got an on-time God. I'm in a narrow way. I got limitations along the way. I got barriers along the way. But if I stay in my lane, God will. God will. Bless us. We found out this morning he will take what? Care of us. Come on, got away this here. He will take care of us. But watch this, y'all. The broad way, I told you, leads to destruction. But he said when you're in the narrow way, look, it leads unto life. My goodness. I thought I was living, Big Money, when I was out there doing my own thing.
Yeah.
But I really was dying. But now that I have gotten on the Lord's side,
Yeah.
I found out that life is worth the living
Yeah.
just because he lives.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but isn't it good to know you can come in the house of God with a clear conscience?
Yeah.
All right.
Because when I was on the Broadway,
Yeah.
I came in with a sad conscience.
Yeah.
Because I was saying, I hope the old patriots didn't recognize what I did on Saturday night.
Yeah.
But I came, yeah, thank you, Trish. But I came on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Because somebody told me at this house,
Yeah.
everybody get up and go to the Lord's house.
Yeah.
Even though D-Ray, I know what I did at the juke joint.
Yeah.
But I got up and came in feeling guilty.
Yeah.
But I thank the Lord I came anyhow.
Yeah.
Because when I came, I found out that God still loves.
Yeah.
That God still heals.
Yeah.
That God still delivers
Yeah.
us from our own wicked ways. Ain't God all right?
Yeah.
And I found out that life I thought I was living wasn't living, but I was dying to my own self.
Yeah.
But now I live under Christ.
Yeah.
But I found out to have life forevermore, I got to suffer as Christ hath suffered. Ain't God all right? So that means you can't get the reward of heaven without going through some trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
Everybody want to go to heaven doesn't mean they going to heaven.
Yeah.
But if you've gone through some trials and tribulations, you've gone through some darkness and some pain,
Yeah.
he let you know heaven can be your home.
Yeah.
Ain't God all right?
Yeah.
Trying to hold my myself, but God is good, y'all.
Yeah.
But when I got in the straight and narrow way, I found out what life is really all about.
Yeah.
Life ain't about having a big-time job.
Yeah.
Life ain't about having a whole bunch of friends.
Yeah.
Life ain't about having all these degrees on the wall.
Yeah.
But what life is all about, it leads to a man called Jesus.
Yeah.
Ain't God all right?
Yes,
Because Jesus said, I come
Yeah.
that ye may have life and you may have it more abundantly. Ain't God all right? I may have a shack down here, but when I go up to heaven, I got a mansion in the sky. Ain't God all right? I may have a two-piece suit down here, but when I go to heaven, I got a robe and gold and slippers. Ain't God all right? Thank God for just being a mighty good God. But I can't leave y'all with that. Look what he says. He says you need to understand that even though Danielle, I'm recommending that you go this way. Understand when you go this way, you're going to be traveling by yourself. Ain't God all right? He said, few there is. That means that sometimes you're going to be by yourself. Sometimes you're going to be the only one to say no. Sometimes you're going to be the only one to come home early. Sometimes you're going to be the only one that say, I don't want to drink. Sometimes you're going to be the only one that say, I ain't going to do that. Sometimes you're going to be the only one that say, my mama didn't raise me like that. Ain't God all right? But thank God that when you're the only one, you're really not alone. Because when you find out that Jesus is still by your side, thank God all right. Ain't God a good God? Ain't he worthy to be praised? For I hear the songwriter say, I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. I also hear him say, though none may go with me, no turning back. I may have to cry sometime, but no turning back. May be all by myself sometime, but no turning back. May be misunderstood sometime, but no turning back. Thank God, all right. Have I got a witness here? He came down from 42 generations, walked the dusty streets of Jerusalem, doing good to fellow man. Ain't God all right? But they talked about him anyhow. They lied on him anyhow. They hung him on an old rugged cross. Ain't God all right? They stretched him wide and they hung him high, put nails in his head, ribbon his feet. Ain't God all right? But the Bible said he died. Didn't he die, y'all? He died. Dead men started walking again. Veil in the temple was torn down. He died. Didn't he die, y'all? But he didn't stay there. They put him in a borrowed tomb all night Friday. Put him in a borrowed tomb all day Saturday. Put him in a borrowed tomb all night Saturday night. But I hear the old preacher in the down saying, early, early, oh. Early one Sunday morning, he got up with all power in his hand. Didn't he get up, y'all? Oh, last time that I was there, I was there at Word of Faith. I asked them a question. Now, New Hope, I'm going to ask you the same question. Ain't he all right? Ain't he all right? Ain't he all right? Ain't he all right? He's all right. He's all right. Oh, ain't he all right? Choice is ours. We can go this straight gate. We can go on that wide gate. But what Jesus is teaching us, teaching me, teaching you, is not so much the pathway, but what it leads to. If you go through the wide gate, it leads to destruction. But if you go to the narrow gate, it leads unto life. And that choice is yours. You can choose to live, or you can choose. I mean, y'all, I'm just being straight. Or you can choose to die. Because the Bible says, born unto man wants to die. Then the judgment. But as a believer, they ain't talking to us. When we die, ain't no judgment. When we die, we go home to be with him. That's how we have life. And have life for what? Evermore. The choice is ours. What I like about it, why you think they have barriers on that narrow way? So when I hit it, it lets me know I'm going in the wrong direction. I don't know about y'all. Every time they need to bump it. Remind us. You come to church and just get reminded. You're in the wrong direction. Got the wrong attitude. Got the wrong mindset. Because I want life. Evermore. It doesn't make you no better than nobody else. It's the path that you chose that make you better. Because I chose to travel the narrow way. Young folks, I hope you heard the word. You ain't going to find a lot of friends when you choose to go the narrow way. They're going to all be on the broad way. But he said, you got to understand. When you make a decision to stop doing something, or you make a decision to turn around, don't expect everybody to be happy.
Oh, yeah.
But understand, you, a few, there it is. You have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No. No. Turning back. And if you make a mistake and got off of the narrow way, there is an exit sign a few miles ahead that says you can get back on the narrow way. It's called confession and repentance of sin can get you back on the right pathway. Don't let Satan or guilt play mind tricks on you that just because of our faults and failures that we can't get back on the narrow way. All we can do is talk to Jesus, confess our sins, and he's faithful and just to forgive us of our, you hear the word, forgive us of our sin. And then I like this part, and cleanse us of all unrighteousness. Quick, say the prayers of the church.